Breaking news out of Iran this morning. ISIS is claiming responsibility for a dual attack in the country's capital of Tehran. Gunmen opened fire at the Iranian parliament, while attackers, including a suicide bomber, targeted the shrine to the Ayatollah. The shooting at the parliament is reportedly still underway, while a security guard was killed. Several others were injured in the attack at the shrine. Joining us right now is Senior Fellow at the London Center for Policy Research, Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer. Lieutenant Colonel, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. So I guess when I first saw this story, my first question was, I don't get it. I thought Iran and ISIS were on the same team. Why would ISIS target Iran?
ISIS is from the Sunni side. The Sunni, the Arabs, are the ones who have been supporting quietly, and this is one of the things that's behind the scenes of this Qatar-Saudi Arabian rift, is that ISIS has been secretly funded by a number of Arab countries. We have to remember, Maria, Iran is Persian and Shia. So it is the ISIS group hates the Iranians and the Shia as much as anyone else because they don't believe in the Sunni and the Wahhabism form of the faith. So therefore, they are a target. And if you recall, we do have Iranian militias helping us in Iraq, in Syria now too. They want to go into Syria to go after ISIS. So I think this is a logical, if you will, if not misplaced effort by ISIS to go after additional targets. So this is within the context of the ISIS charter.
Implications here.
Well, the implications are huge. Look, the fact that you have a police state in the form of Iran being hit in the middle. I mean, Iran is the largest state sponsor of terror in the world. Well, here they are being attacked themselves. So this is a huge issue. The second thing, notable if not distinctive, is that apparently a female suicide bomber was used in the attack against the Ayatollah Khomeini's mausoleum. So this is significant. This is something that we've not seen ISIS do before that I'm aware of, where they're using a female bomber. So this could be a huge change in their operational techniques as well. But more importantly, Maria, this I think will probably force the Iranians to take and even expand their effort against ISIS and supporting it. And as bizarre as this is, I think we'll be working with the Iranians against the ISIS folks in the region now more readily.
Will that be mostly focused on Iraq and Afghanistan, or are we going to try to expand that influence elsewhere? Because we're starting to see that it is starting to spread more and more. Right. And so the problem is at what point do we stop supporting and working with them?
Yeah, no, look, the Afghan issue is something huge. Iran does share a border with Afghanistan. Their region, though, of Afghanistan is very well controlled, and I think they'll want to prevent ISIS from moving into their region, which is the western part of Afghanistan. So that's TBD. To the other areas you mentioned, look, Iraq has been something that we're concerned about. The Iranian militias have been one of the more effective fighting forces, augmenting our efforts in Iraq. With that said, the fear is as they move in, they're going to take control of that region, and that's something the Kurds are also worried about. But for now, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. In this case, we're talking about using the Iranians as part of the Iraq effort, and especially in Syria now as well.
Wow. Go ahead, Liz.
No,
I want to move on to Qatar, Colonel,
sure,
because this is an incredible story. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer was pressed on President Trump's response to the escalating tensions in the Middle East after several Arab countries cut their ties with Qatar. Listen to his response. We've got to talk about the implications here.
There's been tension among Qatar's neighbors for quite some time, and the situation was notified through proper diplomatic channels. The United States continues to be in close communication with all the parties to resolve the issues and restore cooperation, which is so important to regional security there. I think that there is note that his message of toughness on terror finance and extremism is being heeded by countries in the region, but the U.S. still wants to see this issue de-escalated and resolved immediately.
So these 5 countries cutting ties with Qatar because of Qatar's support of terrorism.
Right.
What do you believe to be the catalyst for this to happen? I mean, I don't think this is new information. A lot of people knew or understood that Qatar was supporting terrorism, right, in terms of relationship with the Muslim Brotherhood, etc. What happened just recently that triggered this, that these 5 countries are cutting ties?
It's a good question. I was asked to Capitol Hill yesterday to meet with several members of Congress on this very question. The answer I gave them, I'll give you. There may be a real rift behind the scenes between the Saudis and some of these other groups. Again, President Trump made the point of going to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has not always been our best allies. Remember, we had the 28 pages which proved that the Saudi Arabian government was supportive of the 9/11 terrorists, and now we know they've been supporting ISIS. So this may be a bellwether change that we're hoping for.
But the president, we have our military base there.
Well, we do, and that's going to be the issue we have to deal with now, is Qatar actually is the biggest Central Command base forward, and we have to deal with that.
Right.
So it's going to be something we have to deal with very carefully and very gingerly.
We'll see if the president talks about that. Lieutenant, thanks you very much. Good to see you.